Hello, Joe here from Infiniti of Tacoma. Today I'm going to tell you about this beautiful 2018 Infiniti Q50 Red Sport 400 all-wheel drive that we have for sale. We acquired this off lease directly from Infiniti Financial Services. It's a one-owner clean Carfax vehicle from sunny California. We do have a complimentary Carfax report. If you're in the market for a Q50, the Red Sport is a range-topping performance model pumping out 400 horsepower. And with an intelligent all-wheel drive system, it'll put that power to the ground in the most efficient manner. We also have our original build sheet on this one. They're not all created equal. The base MSRP on this one was $53,000, but when you add in all the equipment, it goes up to $61,300. So it's always good to look at the fine print. This one is pretty much as close to loaded as you get for 2018. Maybe there's a few odds and ends that it doesn't have, but it has pretty close to everything. So we have a Sensory package that was $26.50, giving you a Bose Performance Series 16 speaker audio system. You have a power tilt telescoping steering wheel, dual occupant memory seats for driver's seat, steering column, and outside mirrors. You have an advanced climate control system that cleans and filters the air, enhanced interior ambient lighting, and auto dimming outside mirrors. Then we have the Proactive package that was $2,700, giving you intelligent cruise control. So you have an adaptive cruise control that goes with the flow of traffic. You have direct adaptive steering. You have lane departure prevention with active lane control, distance control assist, adaptive front lighting system with auto leveling headlights, high beam assist, front pre-crush seatbelts, and an eco pedal. Then we have illuminated kick plates, $465. Infiniti Radiant Grille emblem, $400. So the emblem on the front grille lights up at night. That looks really cool. Weather package, cargo package, and then we have the Infiniti Radiant welcome lighting. So the whole underneath of the vehicle will light up at nighttime when you approach the vehicle. It can sense the intelligent key. It really creates a cool ambient effect, especially if the vehicle is in your garage. Really nice color combination, and black on black. It's been serviced and checked by our Infiniti certified techs. Who better to buy a pre-owned Infiniti from than a new Infiniti retailer? These are complex vehicles. We'll make sure that all the warranty work is up to date. We know what to look for, all the software's up to date and stuff like that. So really is a fantastic product. You have a drive mode selector. You can change the steering and feel the vehicle. We have a dual display system. The top screen is for the navigation and parking camera. We have a 360-degree around view monitor. The bottom screen is a tablet-like interface for vehicle settings and apps. You can also access the drive mode selector here. You can personalize things. Active trace control will brake individual wheels to help the vehicle rotate a little bit better through the corners. 49,401 miles at the time of making this video. Really is a gorgeous automobile. We have the Red Sport package. You have a digital dynamic suspension. You have this unique wheel and tire package, as well as sport brakes, and you get the red painted calipers. Tinted windows go really nice with the black exterior. The Q50 is built on the advanced front midship platform. Pretty much the sportiest Infinitis we've seen over the last 15 or so years have been built on this advanced front midship platform. The reason why they call it that is that they take the engine and they place it as far back behind the front axle as possible, so the center of gravity is towards the middle of the vehicle. That helps it rotate on its axis and improves the handling and feel through the corners. This also features an intelligent all-wheel drive system. A really amazing all-wheel drive system using an electromagnetic differential. The electromagnetic differential will activate the all-wheel drive system on demand. So like I have many cars, including an Infiniti, but one of my cars is a Subaru. And my Subaru's all-wheel drive is pretty much locked 50-50 all the time. But with the Q50, it's a little bit different. The intelligent all-wheel drive will keep it 100% rear-wheel drive, but it can quickly send power to the front wheels as needed up to 50%. The reason why they have that rear-wheel drive bias is that it gives it the feel of a rear-wheel drive sports car. It is a performance automobile. It also helps premature tire wear and it improves gas mileage. So that electromagnetic differential can activate and send power to the front wheels in a matter of milliseconds, almost instantly. Also, with the Red Sport 400, you have a more aggressive front fascia for a sportier look. But then the heart of it, of course, is this VR30 twin turbo V6. Fantastic engine, two small turbos. They get the extra 100 horsepower out of the Red Sport, a little bit different engine software, different design. Different exhaust system and a different blade design on the turbos. Really is an amazing engine. Made in Japan for excellent reliability. Now let's take it for a quick spin. All right, we're gonna take this Q50 out for a quick spin. I guess one of the first things I want to talk about while I'm driving around in the parking lot is the direct adaptive steering. So basically it's steer-by-wire. It's pioneering technology by Infiniti. We first saw it on the 2014 Q50. So basically, under normal driving conditions, there's no mechanical connection to the front wheels. It's all handled by electric motors and computers. It's still to this day the only direct adaptive steering system offered on a production automobile. And it really is a great system. You can take a lot of control over the feel of the steering. So we have this drive mode selected here. We have snow, eco, standard, sport, and personal, and it'll make changes to the transmission shift points, throttle sensitivity, traction stability control settings, how high the engine revs, but it'll also make changes to the direct adaptive steering. So if in the sport mode, I just put it in, now the steering's a lot heavier, it's a lot quicker, it changes direction a lot quicker, it feels a lot more sporty. But let's say I put it into eco mode. Now the steering is lightened up, it's a little bit of a slower ratio. You have to turn the wheel more to make direction changes. It's lighter, so it's more like a luxury car. Also with this system, it allows you to filter unwanted feedback. Like for instance, if you hit like a pothole or a rut in the road, which would normally jerk the wheel, that won't happen. So basically it's going to filter out the feedback that you don't want, and it will filter in the feedback that you do want. You still have a lot of road feel for performance driving. So I'll put this back in sport mode. And then there's eco mode as well. Eco mode will basically encourage a more economical type driving manner, so it'll make it harder like to push down on the throttle to encourage you to use less gas and drive more economically. So it's a great system too. We also have a full suite of safety features. I'll turn that on. So basically this is pretty much fully loaded with all the safety features available in 2018. So you have this button right here that activates the safety shield. Say you have forward emergency braking, forward collision warning, distance control assist, lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, blind spot warning, blind spot prevention. Lots of great safety features. And even like when the adaptive cruise control isn't on, with the safety shield on, the vehicle will slow down for you automatically if there's a vehicle slowing down in front of you, which is nice in stop and go traffic. But these systems aren't perfect. You still have to pay attention. They're supposed to reduce driver fatigue, kind of take the mental load off drivers, but you still need to pay attention. You can't 100% rely on these systems. Sometimes you have to go and intervene. Sometimes if a vehicle pulls in front of you really quickly, the Q50 might not identify it quick enough to stop automatically, so you don't get an accident. Sometimes the emergency braking will kick in, but the emergency braking doesn't necessarily stop a collision. It will mitigate the severity of a collision, so it's not as intense. So like I said, you always have to pay attention. Eventually Infiniti wants to do away completely with the steering column. That's one of the reasons for direct adaptive steering. The steering column, you have a big metal tube going through the firewall. It makes it a little bit more complex to build a vehicle. And when we have autonomous driving vehicles eventually, the direct adaptive steering system will work a lot better with those systems. So this is kind of a stepping stone, but you get a lot of benefits today from this great system. You have a lane keep assist, which makes small steering corrections to keep you in your lane. You have the lane departure warning, lane departure prevention, blind spot warning, blind spot prevention. So notice going through the bends on the highway, the direct adaptive steering in the sportiest position has a really nice feel. You just need to turn the wheel a little bit for lane changes, which you would expect on a sporty type steering situation. And the Q50 is kind of the best of the both worlds. It's a combination of a luxury car and a sports car, so it offers great driving dynamics, amazing driver feedback, performance and acceleration, but it's also a very comfortable vehicle to drive every day on the road, long road trips. With the advanced front midship platform, the sport suspension, the intelligent all-wheel drive system, it does a great job gripping the road. The all-wheel drive system is racing inspired. It came from an early version of the Nissan Skyline GTR. And the all-wheel drive system, the intelligent all-wheel drive system just won't improve your traction, but it will also improve your performance. For instance, when we're doing some performance driving in the corners with the all-wheel drive system will actually help pull you out of the corner. You can get on the power a little bit earlier, and you kind of get a slingshot effect to the corner. Or just a rear-wheel drive version, you won't be able to get on the power quite as early in those corners. You have a great vehicle dynamic control system too to help keep the vehicle on the road. It can compensate for oversteer and understeer, but it can't overcompensate for the laws of physics. If you do stuff that's really stupid, drive too fast going into a corner, it's not going to be able to save your bacon, but the system does a great job making the vehicle a lot more stable and safer. It's really just a very pleasurable vehicle to drive, just the way it goes through the corners. Even though the suspension is pretty firm, it does absorb bumps and road imperfections very nicely. You're not jarring, you're not rattling the fillings in your teeth. It's a really nice compromise. And of course, the digital dynamic suspension, you can dial it back a little bit, putting it in less aggressive drive mode. And it really is a point and shoot all-weather sports car with the all-wheel drive system. Great 7-speed automatic transmission. It does a great job performing in all types of weather conditions. Now it's also nice having power when you have to merge and pass people on the highway. This is kind of a little bit tricky situation, so I like knowing the fact with the all-wheel drive, I just step on the gas, it puts that 400 horsepower to the ground, and I can just slingshot into my lane position. And that beeping noise is the lane departure warning. Another nice aspect of the Q50 is the steering wheel paddle shifters. So one thing I like about Infiniti's steering wheel paddle shifters is, even though this is a conventional 7-speed automatic transmission, it does behave a lot like a dual clutch manual transmission. Nice thing is that you have rev match downshifts for a sportier sound and feel, and it makes it a lot smoother. A lot of times if you downshift the engine, the car is going to jerk to a halt, but I'm downshifting and it's matching revs with the speed of the vehicle, so it's very smooth. It's not jerking the car to a stop, and it gives it a little bit more of a sporty feel. And another thing too I like about the steering wheel paddle shifters is when you have it in manual shift mode, you can bounce the car off the rev limiter. It's not going to upshift for you. Some vehicles, if you get close to red line, even in manual shift mode, it will decide to change gears for you. Well, if I'm driving and I have manual shift mode, I want to make the final call. I don't want the vehicle to override me, and that's a cool thing about Infinitis. And with the rev limiter, it's not going to let you over-rev the vehicle, and if you try downshifting into too low of a gear at a high speed where it would damage the vehicle, it just won't let you downshift any more than a certain gear. So there's a lot of systems to protect you from damaging the engine, so don't be afraid to use the manual shift mode. Try it out, experiment. It's really fun. You can also just put the car into sport mode, and it does a great job shifting gears on its own. Then putting it in eco mode, you have a little light that goes on showing it's in eco mode. It shows that you're driving in a more economical type manner, and then it gives you a lot more pedal resistance. So it's encouraging me not to use as much gas, drive the vehicle in a more economical type manner. And if you do need more power, you just push through the resistance of the pedal, and then it will let you get the power you need in case there's a situation where you do need a little bit more acceleration, maybe to pass or merge on the highway. But it's really cool. It just gives me a lot of resistance at a certain point, and then when I stop driving economically, you can see the eco light will start blinking, saying that I'm not driving economically anymore. But now, getting back off the throttle, and then the green eco light is a solid green again. And definitely the vehicle changes a lot of its personality a lot in eco mode. The steering is lighter, the ride's a little bit softer. It's just feeling more like a regular luxury sedan versus a hardcore sports sedan. And that's the really amazing thing about the drive mode selector on these cars. Also, the all-wheel drive system really does good in the snow, even with sporty tires. We had a little bit of bout of lowland snow here in the Pacific Northwest not too long ago, and I took the opportunity to take another Red Sport 400 Q50 we had, drove it around a big parking lot full of snow just to demonstrate how well this all-wheel drive system does in the snowy weather. So it really is a great all-season versatile sedan. It's a sports car, it's a luxury car, it's a practical sedan. It offers amazing levels of performance. It also is capable in different driving conditions. You can drive it in the snow, it does great in the rain. Just one perfect automobile. And now we're here to get my fried rice. If you're ever in Fife, Thai and Fife probably has some of the best fried rice I've ever had.